Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode 5 of the One Week to One Road Geoguessr series. Today we are in the state of Rhode Island. We're finally reaching the southern coast of the New England region here, and our second to last state that we're going to be covering. This is the smallest one that we've got, uh, but it's going to be hopefully a little bit easy to get kind of the exact or an idea of the region, because of course you've got the urban Providence area, you've got kind of the more rural farmy towns in the northwest, and then of course very big coastal regions down in the southeast and oyster country in the southwest. So hopefully we're going to be able to get some idea of where we are, but given it's such a small state, we're probably not going to be seeing some huge scores unless we get the 5K. So once again, we do have Shen back with us today. Welcome back.
I'm very happy to be here.
Of course, we're not doing Massachusetts, and as you're not a Rhode Island resident, you're not quite as familiar with this. But don't worry, I'm not either. So this is going to be
I will
kind
say,
of a more fun one. Yes,
I won't be of any help here with phone numbers because Rhode Island, I believe, has a single area code.
that is correct.
So
Similarly
if we see
to,
401, it's it's only going to be Rhode Island.
yeah, absolutely. Um, the only region that I'm super familiar with is the southeast region around the bay, but it's going to be interesting to see if we can get a lot of the spots. So yeah, let's get started here. Of course, back to default settings. We're going to start with our usual, just casual moving playthrough. 2 minutes on the clock each round, and let's get going. Oh, and we're going to start
Oh,
right out in the rural part of the state. Definitely.
absolutely have no idea where this is.
Yeah, we've got milk in progress, roadie fresh. Exciting. Oh, we do have a valley name. Uh,
Well, I think
Pascog? No, Pasquac is. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly at all.
Pasquac. I think we might be Passac Valley, maybe?
Maybe. Looks like
That place.
we're not gonna quite get a region there, unfortunately.
Couldn't tell you though. That's very hard
We
to
are
see.
in a valley, and Rhode Island does not have a lot of valleys except for the northwest. Fun fact, it actually has one of, in my personal opinion, the most entertaining highest peaks in the US, and one that I personally have summited. Um, and if you ever find yourself in Rhode Island, I highly recommend you head on out to Jeremoth Hill.
Oh, absolutely.
Looks like we're not going to be getting very far with this. I'm going to see what this road is, and if we can't find the
No,
Tona Cake. Or
go to
Tona.
King Valley.
I'm gonna guess it says Tona Cake. Sprigtown.
This is a hard one, I
Got.
will say.
Yeah. Not a lot of options that I can see here just yet. We're definitely gonna be in this northwest part of the state. Not Woonsocket. That's a little too far east. Maybe even closer up here, in fact. Let's go right around here. Let's go back to the start, see if we can turn around and get something quick here in these last 5 seconds. Vatican Farm Nursery?
Oh, it's not gonna help much.
Wow, actually that was a very
Really?
south area. There's not really a lot of hills down here, so that surprises me that it's called a valley. But we did see a tiny bit of hills in that round, I think. No, not really. No hills. But it is the valley, I'm gonna guess. It's for this river right here. Yep, there's the Tomacag Brook.
Oh, it's not a bad start.
Yeah, Darwin and Transit Street. This could be in the Providence area. I'm gonna guess it is. This looks kind
Should
of
got a better
Boston-like.
view of those bins would be helpful though.
It would. Oh, actually, no, we can't see. This looks like some Gen 2 coverage, so the camera's not quite as good. Cross Street. I'm actually gonna go back to the other road if I can.
Yeah, you're heading
Yeah,
out of a rural
heading
area.
out of town. Let's go back this way. Let's see if we can get anywhere here.
No parking.
Valley. That's not going to be too helpful. Just looks like a company. Let's keep
Oh, someone's got
driving
some
around
chickens
here.
over there.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like we've hit town center. Or at
Oh,
least
we got a
closer to it.
Providence Road, so we are near Providence. Providence Street, we're either going to be south or north. Let's start moving north.
Definitely Providence. I just don't know where.
Hold up. We got a little shop here. Furious Fish and Chips, not going to give us too much.
East Orchard?
So
I'd
we
say
know we're
some of the
somewhere,
problems
right?
there yet. Just don't know where.
Woonsocket, that's where we are. We're actually a little bit
Ah,
north.
Woonsocket. Woonsocket's
So
in this area.
it is. East Orchard, what was that first street sign that we saw while we were here? Darwin and Transit.
Darwin and Transit.
See if we can
Couldn't
find
find it fast,
this
though.
spot. We actually were here last episode with that one round that was, for whatever reason. Off
Don't think
down
we have
here.
time for this.
I don't think so. And we were actually a little bit south. There was Darwin and Transit right there. Transit Street. A fairly big one, but not big enough to see Darwin Street there. So 44, not too bad. We got the town right. So very happy with that. Looks like we're going to be back here. And
Domino's.
this feels very familiar to me, which makes me think that we're going to be down in the southeast coastal region. Let's just find out where. Mariner, we've got, of course, 401 number.
401.
always helpful there when we're in Rhode Island. Mariner Square, Westmoreland Street. We're on a major road here. Just what major road is it is the question.
Oh,
In fact, I'm going to speedrun strat here for a second. We're going to start moving a little bit forward. Oh, camera's getting a little bit glitchy. Doesn't like it too much, but that's okay. Okay. See if we can get
Looks like
anything
you've
from
got
here.
some type of wooden sign ahead.
Just a mailbox there. Ooh, what about this?
What?
Quads
Automotive repair.
I'm gonna set
Nice
down
robot,
a
though.
checkpoint. Oh,
Oh, might be helpful. Mariner Square. No.
still
C.
just getting some more spots here. Well, considering how small this is, we might be able to find it just by looking down
Thinking
here.
Newport?
I'm thinking Newport. I'm thinking, not Little Compton, but maybe like
No.
this
I think
Tiverton
Little
area.
Compton might be a little too small for it.
I feel like we're near 24, but maybe not. What direction is it to the main road? We are facing west to the main road, so we're likely going to be down on one of these little roads here. Again, this is still kind of just a guess. I don't know for sure if we're in this area. I just know that this looks a little familiar with those blue buildings. Oh, let's move in this way. This seems a little bit better in terms of where we want to look.
Got Jerry Shopping Center over here.
Point Judith? I think we're in Newport. Oh, actually, we were in Narragansett.
Oh, really?
Right across the bay there. Still, again, not a terrible round, but 842.
Grade 5.
Yeah, we were definitely. I knew we were in this bay area, but just where in the bay area was the big question. But that's okay. Let's immediately. Oh, well.
Immediately a general camera.
Let's immediately try and see if we can get what that sign is there. They're open. Dream Kitchen.
Dream Kitchen.
Not getting a great thing. Devereaux something. New England Custom
New
Cabinets.
England. No, 401. No, we are in Rhode Island.
We are in Rhode Island. Always good to get that off the bat.
Lafayette. Antiques.
Yes. All right, North Kingstown.
North
Green.
Kingston. Okay, so we know where we are.
Yes. So here's North Kingston.
You
where's
find a
the
green space now. Might be that large green area right there.
Looks like that's the animal
Might be
shelter, but it
somewhere
could
there.
be. Hold on. Can I zoom in on this? Rodman Lane.
It's got the shape of it too. If you want to look for that.
It does. Can't quite see in there. Northeast, we're looking towards that.
Oh, it might be that big big green area up there with all the water.
Maybe Kingstown Auto Recycling, Oak Hill Road. Uh, let's see. I feel like we've seen quite a few Oak Hill roads heading around some of these areas. Could be here actually. All right, let's keep looking around. Let's go back to the beginning. See if we can turn around here and get any other sort of information that might be helpful. What is this? McKay's
Lazy
Porch.
Boy.
We got a Lazy Boy shop. Amanda. I think we're gonna be up here, but it's just I'm not entirely sure where because we're close to the center. We were one
Ooh.
road off. It was actually Phillip Street. I'm not entirely sure where the town green was. I think that might have been a little bit of a red herring, but that's okay.
I think
Still right
might
in
not
there.
be in the map.
In fact, that one's actually only 3,500, but still very close. I'm happy with that guess. Looks like we got a little
Ooh.
bit of a mill town of some sort here. North Main
Oh, I
Self-Storage.
feel like I've been here before.
Oh, okay. Looks like, oh, this is going to be very helpful. Rhode Island 114. What town are we in? Woonsocket, once again.
Woonsocket.
Woonsocket, we're on
I'm always
115.
Woonsocket.
Let's see, or 14, I believe. Actually, yeah, so this is right on the border, if I'm not mistaken. Right here on this 114. We're looking north, so going back and forth here, we've got universal cuts. Let's see if we can work out exactly where.
See what road we're on, because there's like all roads on the head, it looks like.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's a good point. Can we get a road sign?
Oh. Oh yeah, back there actually.
Oh, did I miss one?
You missed it.
North
Yeah,
Main
no
Street.
main.
There's social. There's Main Street. Okay, let's follow Main Street here. See if we
Ah,
can.
there we go. North Main. It goes up near Lops. Yeah.
Yes.
Just need to find where it connects to 114.
I believe it's right here. This David's Kitchen. That could be a new business now. Hold on. Let's see. Can we get an exact pinpoint for this road? Let's see if does this have
The jump
jump
off.
off? Universal Cuts is also down here. I feel like this makes sense right about here because we've got 1, 2, 3 buildings on our right. We've got 1, 2 buildings on our left, and actually we're going to be a little bit down here, right? So we're going to be
That looks pretty good.
right there. We've got one more building to our left. I think that's confident right there. And that's going to be
Ooh.
1 meter away. That's the best score we've gotten so far. Another 5K right there. Feels very good to get one here in Rhode Island, even though it was right on the Massachusetts border. That was our moving round, and 13,000 is definitely not the best score you're looking for a moving round, but Rhode Island is tiny, and so getting some high-scoring points here is going to be tough, but 2 Woonsocket rounds, those were fairly simple. But even that North Kingstown seeming pretty harsh there, even as close as we were. Up next, we're moving on again to the 42nd, no moving, no panning, no zooming. Don't expect a huge score here. This might end up being our lowest one of all of them because it's going to be pretty hard to get anywhere close to a 5K on these. But
Well, let's see how we get.
exactly, let's give it a shot. Start game, and once again,
No idea.
looking pretty nothing right here. I kind of want to go back around to this area.
I feel Hopkinton maybe, you know?
Hopkinton, yeah,
Sorry.
we could be looking at
What's
Hopkinton.
that place called God River Junction?
Dodd River Junction. Where are you seeing that?
Or was it Cod? I just saw a place called Cod River Junction.
Oh, there's
I don't think
Wood
it's there,
River
but-
Junction. Hopkinton
interesting
makes sense
places.
here. It could be Wood River Junction. Could be
I don't know.
New King's Factory. Again, we can't turn around, so we can't see if it's turning at all, but I feel like we're in this region. We were actually.
Oh,
a bit
absolutely.
east here. This is actually in Richmond. Did we have
Okay.
anything else around? Not really. Not too much.
Not
to
really
see,
much
but-
clues there. Nothing to really help us out.
Yeah, did we even have a road sign? Oh, we did have a road sign.
Oh,
So
well, what?
Bob White Terrace, that might have been a little bit helpful, but again, that's a tiny road that you're gonna have a lot of trouble getting. 2,000 points there, though. I'm honestly not disappointed in that.
Oh, could be
Oh boy.
Woonsocket again.
It could be Woonsocket again. We're having a lot of
Honestly,
these kinds of things,
the,
but
the map seems to like Woonsocket quite a bit.
it does seem to like Woonsocket quite a bit, but were those just a little bit of a farce right there in that first one? Are we looking somewhere down here? I'm kind of feeling southern Providence suburb.
Really, could be
These,
Warwick.
yeah, it could be. Could be Warwick. I don't know. Warwick always just seemed a little less.
Warwick's a bit of a strange area, I feel.
Yeah, it's less richy rich. So's
Oh,
Kingstown, in fact. That makes a lot more
no,
sense. This kind of region is a little on the less wealthy side, and so I was sort of like, what if we get one right on the edge here? Maybe there's a region like this, but no, it makes a lot more sense to be in one of these smaller towns down the coast. Up next,
oh,
looks
so
like
really interesting.
looks like a major road of some sort. We've got about a quarter of a tree on our right. That's
Really
not
interested
gonna
to
be too
see.
much.
Really interested to see what that is whenever we finish this round.
Me too. I'm
Um, ah,
feeling two
Greenwich,
could be a good
Exeter,
one.
maybe. That's not a bad
I don't
area.
know. Maybe
Could be
even more
Richmond
north,
again.
but could be on one of these. I mean, it doesn't. We got something over there, but I don't think we're gonna be in a huge area here. Maybe Bradford. Bradford could make sense.
Could be Hopkinton.
Actually, we were all the
Oh
way
no,
over on the eastern side with the border of Massachusetts. I'm a little
makes
disappointed. I
sense.
have driven that road before.
It's not a big area, to be fair.
Yeah. At
I
some
think the
point,
biggest.
I'm gonna put it out right now that 77 will make it onto one road this summer. So this is a very fun road to drive and really pretty with the coast on the west there. But 38 points for that one, not great, but that's okay. Let's keep going.
Bro, no idea.
Ooh. Yeah, I
Could
think.
be a little. Definitely it's west, or it
Yeah,
could be
with
also a little
these
Compton area, maybe.
with these rock walls, it could be. I'm kind of thinking a little more north actually.
It could be
Um,
like little. It could also be like little Compton like area, sort of like old
could.
colony.
Oh, that is true. Little Compton does also, I remember from 77, have a
Has a
lot of these
ton of those.
roads here. Northeast, actually, we could be in Adamsville. I think I've driven this stretch before as well. But, oh, it's either going to be
It's
there
not a
or it's
bad
going to be
guess.
on the western side here. And it was actually on
Ooh,
the west
actually
part
no.
in that northwest section, just northwest of Providence and right near 295. Interesting little spot there, but too bad. That was, again, kind of a 50-50 on two corners of the state.
That's
So
that was a hard one.
that was a pretty tough one. This next one, I'm not entirely sure.
Ooh.
Definitely looks like suburban.
Definitely, it could be one of those major population areas, but it could also be right outside of it.
You know, we saw it in the moving games, and I'm kind of thinking it might be a good guess if we just go somewhere in Woonsocket here. I mean,
Honestly,
suburban,
Woonsocket's just one of those very mass-feeling places.
yeah, it does feel very Massachusetts. So I don't know, maybe out here.
Oh,
No, actually, we
absolutely.
were down in that first place that I
Warwick.
looked at last time, where we were kind of on the
It's around the Warwick area.
edge of the Warwick area. But unfortunate results. I think that is officially our worst score we've gotten so far on this, but that's okay. Still a very hard map here, but I was very happy with a couple of those, especially this one in particular. This was a very good guess in my opinion. I know it only deemed 2,000 points, but that's okay. With that, that is the end of Rhode Island, and tomorrow we'll be moving on to our last single state day, where we're going to be going through the state of Connecticut.
Very fun state.
A very fun state. We're going to be seeing a few coastal regions, but probably a lot more very urban areas between this kind of Stamford to Hartford region here. So, going to be interesting.
Be interesting.
But might also get some stuff up here in the Northwest Hills. One of, unironically, my favorite regions of New England.
We'll,
Northwest Hills.
we'll say that area feels very much like upstate New York. It's very interesting.
It does. It's a really, really cool little spot. But yeah, so tune in tomorrow for that one. But with that, don't forget the release of One Road New England is in just 2 days. So get ready for that and get ready for weekly posts about a lot of different roads here in the New England area. With that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.